Hello, everybody, and welcome to the VCT Oceania Split 1 Open Qualifiers semi-finals best of three. It's between Red Panda and DXA Esports. My name is Portugal, and I'm with my best friend in this casting community.
Oh,
Damo, how do you feel, mate? How do you feel?
Besides you melting my heart, Portugal, I am so excited for this game. We're getting to the crunch time now. The final four teams battling out tonight. Of course, the other game going on at the moment too. But Red Panda versus DXA, this is going to be a great series. It's going to be fantastic. And I'm sure every team, well, both these teams, want to get through to that grand final.
Yeah, I just want to give some quick shout outs because, some people here are helping us in production. So I would like to thank Tosca for streaming it right now, White Nico for being the main observer, and Small Chief for being the cinematic observer. My first time in a scene this big, I would say. So this is your second rodeo, Dimo, after last week, but it's going to be very interesting. But I think, first of all, I just want to say, Twitch.tv, Tosca Dusha for this game. And if you want to see the other game, the other semi-final best of three, where I believe who's casting over there, Dom?
We've got Merlin and Multitudes casting on TJ Bruce's channel. So that's twitch.tv/TJ Bruce.
Yeah.
594 if you do want to keep up with Edge and Welcome to Earth. Of course, the winner will be taking on whoever wins here tonight. And I believe it's time to get into some good old pick and ban action, I believe, is the call. So we're going to see these maps here. Of course, they are on your screen right now. So we do have a cheeky bit of Fracture, Haven, and Lotus. So we are thankful that Pearl is not there. I mean, I'm thankful that Pearl's not there. I don't know about Portugal. But with Fracture, we see probably some fast-paced Valorant happening. I've seen a few observers lose their minds. So let's hope our observers tonight can keep their heads straight with like a bit of Fracture. Haven, of course, everyone's favorite standard map, your three sides. Bit more tactical when it comes to that. And the util dumping, of course, with being in the meta, is what I've known to and what I've seen in pro play. That map is a hellhole for it, and teams will have a lot of fun. And if a third map is needed, we will have a bit of Lotus as well. So we will look forward to this best of three series, and it's going to bring us all bits and bobs of surprises as well. And as we say, we will slowly get now into our lovely pick and ban. Not pick and ban, fuck. We're past that point. It is time for the agent select.
Yeah, it is time for the agent select here. I just want to say interesting, Matt. Well, you can just see the comps coming in so quickly already, but interesting picks, right? The Fracture pick is actually very interesting, if I'm correct in saying so. It was picked by Red Pandas, yes, it was picked by Red Pandas. They'll start off defensive side here first. Interesting to see, Haven, that's been probably a key map so far for the side of EXO. And Lotus, I'm not shocked that's the side personally, because you look at both of the looking at both of the teams, they played on Lotus this tournament. They're very comfortable on it, so I'm surprised nobody just banned it and just let it go through. They're both comfortable with it if it goes through a decider. But yeah, Damo, I mean, let's get crack-a-lackin' here. As you can just see, teams getting ready here. And anything about the comps that maybe surprise you a bit, Damo?
Well, not really. Like, you see the basic stack. We see a few agents overlapping, as well as you do see the Brimstone and the Breach and the Raze. And Teo overlapping. The only difference is in the Sentis. Raze has opted to go for the Cypher, and Art has decided to go for a little bit of Ice. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two Sentis do play in their different play styles as well. DXA starting on the attack, and on the defense, we will see Red Panda. And we are live now, Portugal. Let's get this underway.
Yeah, we're live now. You can just see it's looking like a split towards B, but as you see already, the push out from the side of Red Panda is trying to make something happen, but that discipline by the side of EXO has worked out. Vi will get the kill, and I believe Indra, Nona as Faye in this, will get a kill as well. So you can already see it's not looking good. The 5v1 already for the side of EXO is going well. Sorry, Jesus.
The Spikes hasn't gone down either.
Yeah, has DXA, I mean. bit rusty with the comms a bit, but you can see just 5v1 DXA. I mean, they're showing their might already. Just disciplined gameplay. Nothing really to talk more about this round except just the rush from Tree just didn't work out. It's the discipline from the side of them. Erase will get Brock, but Fee will get the side of a race there, I believe. So yeah, it is 1-0 to the side of DXA, and that's going to be a good start for them. Yeah, I mean, Damo, we talk about this match. I think the interesting thing for me about this match is that DXA a year ago, they dropped out of Valorant, but their last team consisted 3 players of the Red Panda roster. We're talking about Leechy, Erase, and Gon. They all were part of that old core of the DXA, roster. Maybe looking for a bit of revenge here, some friendly revenge, I should say. But it's going to be interesting to see what Red Pandas can bring this game against this newly formed and I would say a pretty stacked DXA esports roster.
Oh, 100%. And you see it early on. It's like a lot of these orgs that do disband and come back, they do form these super team rosters here and there because obviously, as the time that your org has been spent out of the game, and you look to come back into it as well, that player pool has expanded exponentially since you last left. And it looks like from the pistol, they have done extremely well to get it back up to where they have been, of course, winning the pistol. But I think for Red Panda in that round, you just have to look back at it and go, it was just too much aggression early doors. You saw the 2 picks being brought out there in Tree. So it was just a matter of time of just, look, I can get why Red Panda wanted to go aggressive, but at the same time, we will have to just sit there and think, well, maybe we don't know what's happening, but we will have a tech pause as well happening now. We're just figuring out some stuff within the server.
Yeah.
Leading that aggression just too early, and then leading to the downfall as well. Just being able to sneak in through Arcade as well with a couple of players and left it to Erase in an impossible 1v4 situation.
Yeah.
So with the spike, that has to go down. Doesn't matter if you're on a save or you're on pistol or whatever. You still have to get that spike down as soon as possible. And I think that's a little bit of a, just the nerve sign, I would say it would be. But hopefully DXA will iron out the wrongs from rights and they'll look to get their buy on the board as well.
Yeah, before this round starts up, as it seems like we're going to be ready, I do want to mention that Red Panda, they are an orgless team. So I would applaud anyone watching this that has the capabilities to sign this organization. Even the owner of DXA, who I see in chat in Monitor, has vouched for them. A lot of people are vouching for them to get signed. This is a good roster. It's got so much potential. We talked about Leechy, Race, and Gone, but Zayo and Tayo being newcomers to the scene and really showing up this tournament with, in my opinion, Zayo having the highest rating in the tournament, I believe, by remaining teams, just remaining. This team, I think, definitely deserves to get signed, and I hope they do. And yeah, we'll see how Red Panda's journeys go, but I'm very excited to just see how it all goes, and especially and this DXA roster as well. I should not even get away from that as well. This is an entirely new roster, but it's got players that have played OCE challenges last year. Talk about Fire and Songri. They played for IPGN. They made top 8 and split 2 last year. They even beat the OCE challenges champions in split 2 and JFT in the regular season. Those players, that's what's played for this DXA squad. Arden Brock played for Cooper Troopers last year a couple times, and Indra took in split 3 against Rogue and Park. So
it's a gun war.
Yeah, it's a gun war already. I was trying to get it all going on, but you could just see the economy round is looking to work here for the side of Red Pandas. I was trying to give some love here for DXA, but Red Pandas had enough of that and said no.
The drop stack coming in with that stim as well from the Brimstone and just crunching with pistols. Yeah, and now they have the base cut for free. But look at this.
Yeah, they're cut off. Art needs to get here quick. I mean, this play will work out if Art is in time for it, but that drone will spot out the side of Sombra here, and you can just see spotted out. Now, does he just go down? So Taylor does get the kill, but it's a 1v1 situation. Art only has the pistol, has to win this bonus, has to win the second round to stop the economy coming. Gon's trying to push through. The flash comes out from the Vice, and nothing can be done. Gon is trying to stick here. If you can just try and get it to half and maybe try and look for the kill, but Art gets the kill back! And it's denied for Red Pandas. They had the correct plan. the ghost headshot there to win the round, Damo.
It's correct. They got there in the end, but it was such a struggle that round after, as mentioned, the dish push just crunching out and losing those rifles early doors. They're very lucky to be back in this Red Panda. That trade out as well for, I think that's YR. The trade out for him against his his opponent on the other side of Gone as well. And Art just playing that timing really, really well to keep them in there. And you see now, Zio now looking to get a bit pushed from Arcade. And they're just going to take their time with this Portugal.
Yeah, you can see Salvo's coming out and Breachstein and off killing Zio, looking to try and take this tower control here, either side of DXA. You can just see Race actually does get faced, so holds that tower control for now, but you can see Yigson just slowly coming up here. And they just start. They've made this poor Cypher player and Race stuck in tower. They just need to try and flush him out, and the side is completely theirs.
But look at the flank, though. Look at the flank.
The flank by Teo could be huge, and Race is killed by Brock. Needs to find one though. Gone and does find one. So 3v3 situation here, and a lot of guns were bought for the round on the side of DXA. Leechy is getting two. Good look at their first. Doesn't find the first. Looking for a second. But Gone with the re-pick straight away, and this time wins the 1v1 clutch. So guns were fully bought there for DXA. It wasn't really a bonus. That's going to really hurt the economy for DXA. And Red Pandas, well, they can look for their second round of the half upcoming.
Well, look, it was a good recovery there from Red Panda in the end. Again, they're just finding this situation where DXA are getting 4v1 opportunities. As you saw, Ray sat by up himself in tower. And even though that rotation was slowly coming in from Gone, got to move just a little bit quicker, but well done. And a beautiful retake from the remaining two players as well. So there's a bit to work on here, but Red Panda do have their first on the board. And back to pistols and saving again for DXA.
It's the only thing they can do, but the rocket fuse, using that on it to the economy. We've seen some teams like to use their ornaments on economy to try and just break it, try and find anything. Rocket fuse will find nobody, but will give a lot of space into that rope area, but they have to retreat. But actually, the rotates were too much here from the side of Red Pandas. They've got a free site here. There's a side of DXA. A bit of trickery has made DXA. Well, they'll get the site. It's going to be a 5-on-5 retake. Salvos go out, but not in time as Spike is planted. They also have the Brimstone ultimate to deny any possible defusal here. And you can already see Yixon just hiding behind this box near Arcade. And Teo, well, he invests the rocket fuse as well, looking for anything, the showstopper, anything can be found. Nothing can't be found. Trying to get rid of any control here. You can see it's just by playing time here for DXA, and Zio will get a kill, but Arc gets to go back. Yixon gets erased, maybe gets one off the guard. Brock gets one as well, and now it's a 4v2, 3v2 situation, but you still have the Brimstone online, and Teo can't find Brock. The economy round could be perfect here. Leeching gets Jackson, but Brock gets Teo, and there's nothing they can do. Red Pandas will go down, and a cracking start for the start of this game so far. Damo, like, I'm losing my voice already. Cracking start. These two teams are showing key, incredible Valorant.
I'm glad you're the one losing your voice, because if it was me, I'd be a bit concerned at the moment. But again, just a great response there from DXA. You saw they only had the Hero Vandal, I believe, on the Teo as well. So YRG doing the business, but the pistols also coming out too, and the two invested Raze ults from both sides as well. And look at that, the Teo ult being out in full effect for YRG as well. They have to continue on this form here. Again, the Hero Rifle coming out now for Teo, the Raze on Red Panda. Not
and Teo's deleted straight away.
So the Hero Rifle out straight away. Raze will find one. I will also be picked off too. Oh, sorry, Zio and a Raze will both be picked off. And again, they're just peaking too early here, Portugal.
Yeah, peaking a bit too early. Went for aggressive play. There's nothing they can do here. They will have the Phantom on Leechy, but it's a 2v5 situation. But amount of utility this DXA squad has. Leechy gets one great one-tap, but it's not going to be enough. Gone does get another one-tap, so looking for anything good to find another, and that looks scary for a second, but both peek out from A main. It's a haul, and that is the round over. Well, a bad start to the round for Red Pandas, but after being 2-5 down in players, getting 3 players at least dead this round on an economy round.
So Spooks calling the timeout here for Red Panda, of course, coaching them tonight. And like as you said, Lychee had something going there towards the end of that round, and I was about to be like, well, simmer down, Lychee. Like we're still early doors here, mate. but you could see early doors with Teo going down, and again, referring to the Rays of Red Panda. There's going to be a few instances tonight where we're going to have Teo and Taehyo in the confusion spree of agents and what may be. But that Vandal the Phantom, I believe, going down early doors. That's not what you want to be having on your save round where you do have just the hero rifle. So, of course, being able to fully buy now, you see all those Vandals and the Phantom there. Only one player gone being able to buy full shields as well. The rest on light. So, barely being able to afford that left as well. You just have to go back to basics if you are Red Panda here. They're getting aggressive way too early, and they're not getting rewarded for these aggressive peaks as well. And DXA, they've been fully aware of this. They have been sat back, and even if they do put that little bit of pressure on, they know that Red Panda are going to come towards them, and they're going to make the first move, or try to make the first move. And DXA is just beautifully responding in timing and landing all their shots. They seem like they have good communication, and they are up for this game tonight.
DXA, I mean, I've been very impressed with their game for, especially in the economy round. Using that ultimate to fake out and then go onto this B site, that was very, very smart. That was really just good from the side of DXA. But you can just see, just taking this bit of control here in tree is the side of DXA. They'll try and get the orb vault as well, and they will successfully get that, but at the cost of a bit of HP to the side of R. And you can just see going under the sea, I like to say, with this part of the map, under the sea. Under the sea, going under the sea, trying to find anything there. Teo playing this aggressive pick with Leechy, and they will find nothing yet. They could be the player that might be a bit in problems here, and you could just see they don't know about the player. They don't know about Teo. Teo will get the kill there, and Teo gets the first one, and Teo gets the second kill. And so Teo finds two. Erase knows there's a player here now. Needs to find one. They can't. But the plan is given up. They know where they're coming from now. It's going to be a B side execute from the side of Arcane. It's a 4v3 situation. They've got the breach element in Rolling Thunder here, and the plant must go down soon. They've got 30 seconds. Two Rolling Thunders could actually go out if they want. Rolling Thunder trying to get any spawn, but no. That's just Zero. Zero could get a lot of kills here. It gets one, gets two, and gone. And now that's just going to be the round, the perfect round for the side of Red Pandas, playing the counter ultimate in terms of the breach ultimate, the Rolling Thunder. Oh my! Oh, this is a good game. This is a good game.
We said it from the start. This is going to be a game that you want to watch. Both teams are up for it. Again, a huge spot in the grand final left to set up. Of course, the winner will take on Welcome to Earth or Edge. So these two teams, they want to punch their place here to get into the grand final. And not only that, but to punch their place as the winner of this first open quali for split one. And it's just a beautiful retaliation of ults. Two ults being invested from Red Panda, the one just from DXA, but in the end, it was a bit interesting that they went to go generator into spawn, and it's all happening back into mid. The Teo Mellies might actually get a few numbers on here, but managed to get out of it just in time. And there's a bit of a best position. Fi, hello, someone check the PC. It's a shot through the smoke. Bomb will go down, and a beautiful nade onto the site too. This is going to be a tough retake now here for Red Panda to get on board with.
Oh, it's just a perfect take. They all go to tree, and you can just see that is a perfect take by the side of DXA. They'll be very proud. Leechy does get the kill into Faye, and Armageddon ult is cleared there. Actually, no, Armageddon ult is used by the side, and you can just see Vice ult. Every ult is going out right now to the side of DXA, and they're just finding everything they can. And it's one player left in a race. His primary's jammed. The Vice ult, the tail ult. It just was too much for the side of Red Pandas, and they can't even get the kill. Yixin with a 3K on that Sheriff, and they're getting all these ultimates off when they don't really necessarily have, the money to buy all the guns. It's great game theory, and just the execute and the post plan defense in terms of the ultimates they use was just brilliant from DXA.
So as you say, it's just beautiful investment from DXA, and they're just responding at the right times. And you see towards the end of that round as well on a race, just had to sit back and just had to let it all go on. And you see, we talk about it all the time with Teo and these hundreds of combinations that people are making. You saw that with the Vice Thorns as well. So they're utilizing Teo really well here early doors, and it's proving well. YRG 7-4. It's a good start here, and Gone is still up at 6-5 too. With that aggression, Erase just not locking in as of yet, but there's still a long way to go here as they do look to maybe go towards this A site now. And look at this over rotation happening once again with Gone.
Yeah, they just know because of that kill, that will give some rotation to the side of Red Pandas. Now, the good thing about Red Pandas here is at least on the other side of the map, they have fully cleared it out. So there'll be nothing really there, but it's just going to be a free side again, right? It's just DXA have gotten another free side. Yeah, here we go. A bit of team damage accidentally, but the execute is just perfect. And that will just be the side for DXA. They've been playing this perfectly so far. I've been very impressed. The Brimstone ult does come out. That does stop the plant, but they need to execute on it now because the plant will come out again. It's a 45 retake. Now that is pretty perfect. He will die from that, but Yixin does get 0. Now Taylor does get the pick back. Faye needs to get 2, and will find 2. Faye gets 2. And that could be it. They, otherwise known as Indra, finds 2 in a crucial situation here. It looked a bit tricky after that Brimstone element and the Brim utility coming out, but it's all up to Teo to find anything and just waiting for the peak, and Faye takes Teo out with a one-tap. Unbelievable by Faye. Wins the round for their team, and DXA 6-2 up. They're feeling very good right now.
They looked very uncomfortable there on that A side for just a short minute of time, but Faye just showing why they are the best here in this lobby and in this team for DXA. Just getting those 3, getting the spray down as well, managing to get the 2 players and then finishing it off right at the death as well. There was no chance for Teo there to get the defuse, and the DXA are looking a lot more comfortable and a lot more up for it so far than Red Panda are, and it's a bit concerning.
Yeah, they understand the attack, right? It's 2 things, right? 1, they get the first peak, or 2, they get control, or 3, they get both, right? They can do kind of everything, and then Faye just finds gone, and they don't really expect it quickly, and DXA are just really knowing the map as well as they can. Reminder, this is Red Panda's pick. It's so impressive as R finds 3. It was, I believe, an economy round, but a flawless round nonetheless. For DXA, they'll feel very good about this start so far on the opponent's map pick, Damo.
DXA just don't look like stopping, and it is really concerning because if this map does go into the favor of DXA, what's going to happen on the next map? What's going to happen on Haven? It's the crunch time of the century here, and it's just the fact DXA, they are up for this. They have won 3 rounds in a row, of course, but before that going 2-1, 2-1. This now, they're looking for the 4th. Goes here. But look at that money there on the defending side. There's just not enough of it. You see 400 credits left over the maximum there. So they just have to play time here. And look at this. Again, the dish crunch coming in once again. But the trick will probably be found out here early doors as they do get closer. Faye will be the first one to fight it. Yep, there it is. Bang. And this is the gap that opens now. They leave one of the 2 open. They either leave main or dish. And we see this now with the rocket fuse now coming out, clearing the site. There's no need. That fires in towards Sand. A little bit of damage done. They're on the race for the raise. There's just nothing you can do. So you see the 2 players now up at rope. Dio will drop out. Art will find the pick. So it will be just a matter of time now. We do see, look at this. Faye's going to go up now on ropes. That smoke's going to dissipate. Not going to just push through it now. And all 3 of these players going to look to go through. And this is going to be a risky time now. Teo, the stuns are out. Art, Faye finding 1, 2. YRG finding another. So this map in full control here of DXA. And my God, this could be the wake-up call here that Red Panda do need. Because if it keeps going the way that it is, this is a long, long night.
Yeah, I mean, DXA, we know about the roster, how it's assembled, how it's got multiple experienced players that have played in challenges, splits, and, they wanted to qualify for this. They've already done that, but they want to show a statement to the rest of Oceania in winning the Open Qualifier as a tournament as a whole. And you can already see they're just A2 up on the side of attack. Their attacks have just been absolutely perfect for the side of DXA on the opponent's map pick. A map I don't even think either DXA have only played once during the Open Qualifiers, or only twice, and that aggressive peak again doesn't work out. Brock catches out Teo. It's just looking like another free site here, unless something can happen, and Walichi finds the ding, and unfortunately that's like about 1 HP. Needs to find something, can't even find 1, and 5 gets 1 and 5 HP. So it's a 2v5 situation here. Dio is deleted through the smoke. I don't know how many times I've said that, but Erase also gets a kill, but it's shut down quickly by Yixin. It's a DXA masterclass, that's all that can be said.
We said at the start of this game we were going to see some fast-paced action, and that's what we are seeing from both sides. There's more coming now from DXA. They're looking to play a bit more aggressive, and Red Panda just trying to I feel like they're trying to just out-mental them from the ways that they have been setting up. Of course, you saw the two going as Portugal made famous of Under the Sea from...
Yeah.
They walked down into tree and then decided, well, they're not here, so let's go walk back over towards arcade. Nothing was there. And then getting picked as well, so Faye's going to come in. The back's a turn.
Oh.
We'll find one. Still happening, you see. The mollies plus the Hellfire being invested already early
it's
doors.
So good. They're using the utility again, Damo, to fake like it's an A, and they've just got B-side. The over-rotations have been too much for the side of Red Panda so far, and it's really costing them this match because it's a free side, and now it's a 4v4 situation. Teo Armageddon is up, and so as well as the Visol. Now Rolling Thunder and the Rays Ultimate and Rocket Fuse Showstopper is up as well, but so much is going on. Armageddon is used. I believe we'll see him trying to find something. DXA gets 2 out of nowhere. We don't know what happened there, but DXA gets 2 clutch kills. Brock is holding this tower control. It's going to be too much. V gets it, and Art finishes it off to make it a 10-2 half. It's perfect for the side of DXA. They have looked incredible so far.
And it's a pretty even scoreboard as well. Even though with Brock going 5 and 4, you can see how much impact that breach utility is having for retaking, getting on sites, getting in positions. It is absolutely wonderful, and Red Panda, they really have to dig deep into the playbook now. They have to try and find something to resurrect this 8-round gap. DXA, they've won 6 in a row. 6 in a row. That is a huge deficit, a 10-2 half. It's not what you want to be having. This is a huge half here for Red Panda. Can they do better on their attacking side? My apologies. Or can we see DXA continue that form and put on the defensive side and put on the pressure?
Yeah, well, they need this first round. They need the pistol round.
Look at this.
You can already see the stack might be perfect
The
for the
arcade
side.
stack.
Because everything is going perfect for the side of EXA. I mean, it's just DXA. I mean, it's just perfect. It's perfection. B with a free K. They guess correctly where the players are going to come from, and they win the fight with utility. It's just been cinema so far from the side of DXA. Erase will get one, but surely will die, although Faye is low. Erase does get another. Erase looking for anything, but Yingson with the one tap. It looked a bit scary there for a second for the side of DXA, but that start of the round was just perfection. Nothing is doing anything wrong for the side of DXA. Like I said, it's just perfection.
It is. They're not putting a foot wrong. They're playing everything. They look to be, as I said earlier, well communicated, well versed. They know what they're doing here. And it just looks like that Red Panda just look lost. I believe that's literally all I can say. They look very, very lost. They don't know what to do. They get hit with their own strategy of going aggression into arcade. And you saw it with Faye picking up 3. It's a matter of time. And look at this. They're stacking back into A main. There's a little bit of stability here with Faye finding one, picking up exactly where they left off from the last round. But it's just... They're getting beaten at their own game here, Red Panda. They have to figure out something new, something that's different in that playbook.
How many times have we said that Zayo has been tagged through the smoke? Yixon gets a kill, and they need to find something but Fire with another free K. There's nothing the side of Red Panda's going to do. Erase does get one in a nice tap. They won't be able to come up with the stun, but he's just stuck here at the side of Drop. There's nothing Erase can do. Trying to find anything as well. I mean, oh my goodness. You could just see Erase trying to find someone. The contact is made. Brock will just see. They don't even need the flash. Faye just Guardian one taps, and that will be the round. And, well, Damo, this could be match point because look at the economy of the side of Red Pandas. It's looking really bad. They forced it last round, and it didn't work out correctly.
And poor Erase just being left in these 1v4s, these 1v5s. I feel bad for the man already. And it's just in pure dominance of DXA. They are playing a flawless map. And you can't say anything wrong about them. They're just doing way too well. They're putting Red Panda to the sword early on. So this could do a bit of mental damage going into the next round. Picking up exactly where he left off. This is what you love to see, Portugal.
just locked
YRG wants
in.
some.
Oh my goodness, DXA are locked in. There's no way, no other way to say about it. Yigson and Faye with the 2K apiece, and this will be GG. With the kill, and that is a stomp by DXA in the map 1. Red Pandas will have to quickly come through map 2 and find an answer to this DXA perfection we've seen so far.
100%. And it's, again, just DXA just putting every foot first. They're doing everything that Red Panda would have wanted to do in that game and have just done it better. They've done it and they've put it to perfection. And as I said, they put Red Panda to the sword early on. A 13-2 is not really the defeat that you want to run on. And of course, Faye, YRG, Art, and Brock, just absolute domination, even with all the ults being invested as well. It's just a perfect display from DXA. And if you're a DXA fan in chat right now, I'm telling you, you should be excited for what could possibly come here on map 2 of Haven.
Listen, it might be too soon, but I've always, when I wrote my notes down for this, I looked at the roster, I looked at the players, and I said, wow, this DXA team has a real shot for Split 1 playoffs. I really believe that. This team has the capabilities to do that, and you just saw that Red Pandas is a respectable team. They've been very good. It's the old DXA core as well, so, you know, and they've gotten 2 new players that have really fitted in the system. And Red Pandas, I can't tell enough how big of like a scoreline this is for DXA, and to show this in front of a lot of people as well. I mean, this confirms everything that what we think about DXA is true, in that they definitely could be one of the best teams in Split 1 come in a few weeks. So yeah, that will be the first map over with. It was close at the very start, but DXA, the momentum carried them through. We'll be back for map 2 on Haven. Can Red Panda come back and give a game and maybe send this to free? We'll have to see. We'll see you then. Have a good time.
Well, we find ourselves back here at crunch time. Like, I know we said it at the start, but DXA taking out a pretty convincing fracture at 13-2. Red Panda, they have a monstrous mountain to climb now to get back into it. We are back, of course, Dama and Portugal calling this game alongside. So it's going to be, as I said, a huge mountain here for Red Panda to climb. They looked very lost in fracture, if I do say so myself. And to get done 13-2, that's got to do a big, big bit of mental as well, taken out of the system. Portugal, what were your thoughts there from the first map?
Yeah, I mean, it was just I just think at the very start of the game we saw it was very 50-50. I think obviously DXA came out on top, but I think as the game progressed, you saw the ideas that both teams gave. I just think DXA showed the better game theory per se. I think, unfortunately for Red Panda, the amount of times they got baited by utility, whether that be an ultimate, usually an ultimate, onto a side, they would over rotate towards that side, and that would just be the end of the round because then you have to retake a 5v5, and most of the times that attacking team is going to win because of the utility they still have left. So I think DXA just understood game theory more, and you could see throughout the game that Red Panda's performance just dropped off just a bit, and it just tumbled down a bit as in terms of mechanics and that because of the confidence they probably had and just losing like that. So it's unfortunate, but this is a time to reset. You didn't win your map pick, that's fine. You can reset and you can go again. It's 0-0 starting this game up. And who knows, anything can change. They looked like they win the game for a couple of rounds. We saw, some good stuff from Red Panda. They just need to make sure it's consistent.
I understand. And looking into Haven now, so we will get our agent selects underway here. Again, this is the time where you can go, okay, what do we want to run? Double Santee, or do you want to run double Initiator? You kind of have that 50-50 coin flip, and we're seeing that early doors here. Of course, opting here, both sides are going to opt for the double Initiator. So we're going to see that Teo being brought back out on DXA here, potentially. Art and Faye already locking with Brock as well, the Breach Jet Cypher. And we will look to have this Omen. I do like a bit of Omen on. Never mind, I've been baited by Fire. I was going to be like, I do not mind a bit of Omen, but Clove going to potentially be that option. And Astra, we're seeing the Astra come out as well on Zeo on the Red Panda side. And they are also opting for that double Initiator with Lychee on the Breach and Sova with Gone and Erase, trusting his trade and going for Cypher again. We are going to see that Omen come out. I am back and excited for that one here for DXA and the duelist trades of Neon and Jet. That's a little bit interesting. I'm actually a fan and very keen to see what kind of deviation that does make. Of course, Teo is probably going to opt to play a little bit more aggressive here and try and recreate what they did last round and maybe have it stick this time with a little bit of extra movement blessing. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's obviously reasons why Red Panda chose Fracture. Like, there has to be. We don't know what they are, but I think one of the things that they were missing out is Zeo. Zeo was played Brimstone last night. That's not his best operator, like agent. It's his Astra. His Astra has been so good this tournament, and so a comfort pick in here on Astra, especially in a map like Haven, finding these maps and just putting Zeo back onto like I said, an agent that he feels more comfortable with, I should say, against these teams on official matches, I think is huge. But you could just see it's going to be interesting with both comps, a bit different each other. But yeah, I mean, I like the Neon pick, and I like the Neon and the Breach pick. But you can also see Breach and Teo might cause a problem for the side of Red Pens, and you can already see stuns coming out already, but nothing will be found here. So mid control just slowly being taken here by the side of Red Pandas, and they will find nobody here. So the gamble of taking mid might be, but you can see, whoa, Art is taking it. That's flank completely gone. right? And flank is a great way to attack this A side. Now they know where it is. It's a 4v5 retake. Teodrum will go out and try and see if anyone is up in that little heaven spot, that little tower spot. Nobody is. So they actually go out and maybe look for more. A Rex does get a kill. Late. That has to leave though. Now one player has gone now in terms of Faye, but it might be too much because they've already got two on the side. Now Faye gets one another. So it's a 2v1 situation here for Faye. Needs to find something for the perfect stay there by the I've gone as my game lags a bit. But that is perfect by the side of Red Pandas. The play of Faye playing out as that lurk, it could have worked, but just the rush from the side of Red Pandas, well, they get around, and that could really switch their momentum and their mentality up.
But remember, this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to push aggressively, get that pick, be able to flank in, and still have the players there at A-Link causing the trouble as well to sandwich them into the site and force them into a move. That is exactly what they wanted. And look at this. They're responding now with a force of DXA. They're not responding with a save. They're going for that force because they know from the last round that this aggression will come out early doors and they can capitalize on it.
Yeah, but it's not mid-aggression this time. It's actually that A-aggression into Garden. And again, they'll find nothing. So, you know, they're just going to have to go on the B. The spike helping at least DXA to get this force buy off. But they're just looking towards the map. Look at this. The window peak is so huge. It's so huge. And Teo and God just get so many. And that's free players already. A race is gone. The force buy has gone wrong for the side of DXA. Looking for anything. Faye does find one, but can't find another. Teo with the Vandal. And while the force buy goes in the favor of Red Panda. And that is bad news for DXA.
Back to the drawing board. It looked a little bit antsy, and they can't do this too much here, Red Panda. It can only happen for such a short amount of time. They are just doing everything in their power to just flank around. They've picked the two right spots, but they can't be doing it every round. There has to be some sort of backup plan too. And I'm sorry, but just take a look at the Red Panda side. I'm sorry, but the pleasing 4-3-2-1-0. Oh, chef's kiss, Portugal. Sure, chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. You can see, well, they're doing exactly what you're kind of asking them to. They're really taking that, just not a lot of space here, except actually you see on that neon to lobby into Garden, and well, Teo does get the kill knowing it is an economy, and that kind of just confirms everything. That's so much control at the lobby they have to clear out, but Faye actually gets Zeo. So this is actually huge. They get to see Link leaves with, I believe, a gun as well. Yeah, leaves with an outlaw. So
pick up the outlaw.
Yeah, that's a big pick, and that could get them back in the round here for the side of DXA, but they need to find something. Now, Seaside is completely taken again. These rotates off of side.
Oh, the aggression. We've seen this before.
Faye will get the kill. Could find a second, but no. Lychee does get the trade back. And Lychee gets one through the smoke. Are you kidding me, Lychee? They're trying to find anything. Goldwing gets one through the smoke. And Lychee gets a third. It's all about Lychee this round. The save of a century from Lychee. Sorry, I should say the shot of the century from Lychee through the smoke. Finds it. Guesses where the player is, and that is 3-0 to the side of Red Pandas. A great start for them.
I don't even know if that was through the main box on the side, Portugal. Of all things, you saw the warbang symbol being there. My mind's blown by that wonderful shot. It's a good retake, and they've looked to found themselves. This is what we said for Red Panda. It's what they've needed. They needed to find their mental once again, and that 13-2 doesn't look like it's destroyed it, and they look to be on a roll here and not stopping anytime soon.
One more round than the last game we had, the last map. It was 13-2. It's 3-0 to Red Pandas. They've already successfully done that. Needs to find anything. Teo, nothing can be found, but a race! How does Faye get that? Faye gets a kill out of nowhere. Teo does get the trade back, but it's a 4-on-4. Now, the side of R is very low. Yixon waiting for any rotations from this window, playing this. The flash out. Teo is going to be killed, but Lychee with the trade back, so that will clear all of Garage. It seems like this is going to be Garage to maybe flank. It looks like they're all congregating onto Garage as a side of Red Pandas. 3v3 retake. Do they have any ultimates? They've got Sober ultimate, which they are using. Hunter's Fury is being used here, and we'll find nobody because of that jumper. Brock is killed. Zeo gets split, but it's now a 2v1 situation. It's all up to the Sober, but a brilliant stun by Brock ends the round, and the first round finally goes to the side of DXA. But Damo, I mean, I know we got traded, but how did Faye, how did Indra get that kill through the smoke onto the Cypher? That was incredible.
Look, it is what it is. The shots, if you hit the shot, you take it. You don't complain about it at all. But Red Panda, is this the time that they start to slip? DXA, they find their form back with that. Barely staying alive with the Hunter's Edge too. So it's just a matter of time now. Can DXA get themselves back into this? They've had one round now under their wraps. They have won that, and that's a huge Sova dart too. That is the greatest part of running a Sova and opting over that Teo and the breach as well as the
aggression. Oh, God gets one!
God will find one.
They could leave, but
YRG.
Yeah,
the pick in the end.
Yeah, Yigson can't get out of there. And Gon has to find this 1v1 Faye. Oh, he's flashed. He's just playing this aggressive position. He has to leave.
Oh, the body block from Faye.
He has to leave. Now, you can see the side of Red Panda's maybe hoping for a rotate, but, well, Gon is deleted, and that's just the side already. Look, it is that. But Yigson, they look like they're going back. They might think there's actually more than they believe in this A side, but you can already see they're already rotating into this into the side of it. Well, they'll find nobody, but now Yigson could find one and doesn't find one. So that's actually huge in terms of the round because the spike hasn't been planted there and they've given so much space. Zeo could just play and use this. Astra Star can find something but can't find anything. Faye gets the kill. Array's trying to play something, but gets it through, and that will be the round. DXA coming back, and it's all been thanks to the efforts of Faye here.
I believe just the micro adjustment, just beating out a race there. Well, not beating out a race, sorry. Beating the player out of Heaven of Zeo. Just the micro. You see the slightest bit of macro adjustment. And just not being able to finish off the pick. So as we said, DXA, when they get going, there's no stopping them. And this is what we're seeing right now. This is worrying times here for Red Panda. They got 3 in a row, but DXA in a pretty powerful position to reply with 3 of their own.
Yeah, I mean, you can question Red Panda's aggressiveness, but you can't deny that them doing it every round is ballsy and just fun to watch and taking control. Again, it's all about taking control from the defender's side. It is from Red Panda trying to find anything, but you can see this is one thing they like doing. They actually like taking these retakes on if they can, especially on an economy round. They'll find nobody here on mid, and it looks like this is just going to be the A site taken. They already have an inkling that it is based on, I believe, footsteps being heard. So A side will be taken here for the side. Faye looking for a kill, will find one, might find a second here. Looking, and Zayo actually gets the sheriff. Okay, that brings them back into the round now.
That rifle has to be protected.
Yeah, the rifle has to be protected there, and they know it. And Fee gets 2 off the camera. Unbelievable. Fee denies it, gets gone, and Fee gets the last one through the smoke, and it's all tied up to 3-3. Fee says you cannot have that rifle, Red Pandas. It is ours, and they will win that round. It's all tied up again, Damo.
3 of the best being repaid with 3 of the best. DXA and RP still tied up here at 3 apiece. This is worrying signs now. If you are Red Panda, they've gotten 3 quick rounds on the board, trying to offer that A retake with just the sheriffs. And as mentioned, they had to protect that rifle when it went down early doors with Faye, and they have done an incredible job there to keep that rifle safe, not only, but also to finish off that round 2. We're going to see the Omen ult coming in early doors, checking Heaven.
Oh, perfect timing!
Sticking the ult, and Teo's using the ult as well.
Leaves. Oh, this is a better round. Yeah, Damo, this is such a better round. The Omen could not cancel in time, and Gon gets the kill last second. Again, they're happy to play this retake if they can. Teo, with the sliver of his life, does get the other person in art here. So it's going to be a plan for sure here, and they know what it is up. And Gon is deleted by Yigson. and you could just see the plant not coming through yet. Maybe trying to delay, but you can actually see Teo. Teo needs to be careful here of Faye. And well, Faye just gets Teo with that 1 HP sliver. And now it's a 3v3. Now the Breach ultimate comes out. Every ultimate is coming out here. Astral Wall is coming out. Armageddon's coming out. And well, it's getting a Cypher Trip, gets Zayo. To get Zayo to get Faye. So it's 3v2 situation here. DXA deletes one. Deletes a second. He can look for the 4K in for the clutch. DXA gets the clutch. And he will show Red Pandas how it's done. Yixon with a clutch 4K to win the round for DXA and put themselves in their first lead of the game.
Timeout coming now. Back out from Spook. So Red Panda take the first timeout. Early doors here. Trading out 1 for 1 for 1. That fake plant just buying just a little bit more time to get them a bit fancy. And to get that Teo ult in there too there from Yerkson. Absolutely incredible. It's a good piece of communication and team play. And just, again, flawless gameplay here from DXA. They're not putting a foot wrong at all. I think Red Panda are a bit rocked by winning 3 in a row, have DXA done. So they're looking a bit on the edge now. It's going to be a very long hill to climb up with. Of course, we are still early on in this game, but if the tail goes like it did last map on Fracture, we could see the 2-0 come out here. And Red Panda have to make sure that this game doesn't start to slip away a little too much from them before it's too little too late. They have to capitalize early doors. But at least the deficit, what it could be, is a 9-3 half at the minimum, though.
Yeah, the timeout coming after that, and you have to remember, Damo, that was a 3v5, and they threw that advantage away, let them take A side, and maybe just some adjustments being made macro-wise here for the side of Red Pandas. They've lost 4 in a row after winning the first 3 rounds, so they're looking for really anything here if they can. And you can just see, again, playing that aggressive, see they're just looking for anything, and Erase will note that presence straight away. And you can just see that's how OP Tail is on this map, right? It just deletes the Cypher Trip, and they can just go already. This is already just a taken site because Cypher's utility is just completely down off of that. And yeah, Cypher just fully taken control, seeing if anyone's behind the smoke. Now, Art is playing this position. That will be noted. That could be a massive mistake. And well, Art does get one. Cypher Trip will go. Cypher will get down. That is actually worth it in the end for the side of DXA because they know where all the remaining
return.
Is. Another neural theft coming in. They know where, both teams know where they are on the map, and they have to just leave here. Teo Salvo coming out again just to delay. Sova is being they have to attack this. Gon does get one in Brock. They need to be careful. This Fee gets one through the smoke somehow. Unbelievable recall, but Race gets one, but Fee trades out, and nothing they can do. And it's all about the Fee. It's a 1v1 situation. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my voice, and yeah, can't check it, because Fee gets the kill, it's a Gon, and a chaotic round ends with the side of DXA winning again. Woo.
And you see it go 1 for 1 for 1, that's all it is in this game. We're seeing trades pull out left, right, and center, and rushing into spawn as well. Art probably would have had the better odds to play a little bit more of a trigger discipline role there, and just allowing Teo to just scoot on past like nothing's ever happened. You did see the other player of Gon as well rotating through the spawn. It could have been very easy to pick up the 2 and wouldn't have ended probably so, dramatically like the way it did. But as you said, just allowing Red Panda, allowing the space to just get up on a C-side. But look at this. It could look...
whoa! What's going on here? Friendly fire as it going in, but now a plane could be deleted. Erase needs to find 2, does find 2. Erase finds 2 in garage, and Teo will get on in mid. So it's a 4v2 situation. It's the best chance they've got of Red Panda winning a round to finally get one back on the board. Erase gets a 3rd, but it's deleted. It's looking to come up to Fee, but nothing can be found. The perfect pick by Teo and Gon will win the first round for them in about 5. We'll stop this 5-round streak for DXA, and Red Pandas finally get another on the board.
That has all come from Brock's ult that was to be put into Garage. The Rolling Thunder being caught in collateral with Faye as well, with the 2 players inside of Arrays, and I believe it was Zio also inside Garage as well, being caught up with those 2 as well, and just being able to play around the corner, did Arrays, and just got the 2 there in the end. And that was pretty much the beginning of the end, and the window crunch happening once again. but just at least they've converted that one now, Red Panda. That's going to be a good bit of momentum that they're going to take now. They know they can get that. Can they advance on it and bring this back to a tie at 5 apiece?
Yeah, I mean, Zayo, wow, Tayo deletes Faye! Just instantly now, Tayo is traded out by Yigson, aka Songri here. So Zayo just playing this really aggressive position into the smoke, and you could just see it's now down to a 4v4, so both duelists are out of the fight here, and well, it's a 4v4 situation. Taking this mid control is the priority for Red Pandas. And well, Yigson, that is just unfortunate timing for the side of Red Pandas and Zeo. So now a 4v3 situation. It might all come up to a race here playing this Senti. And just looking at any ornaments, one big ornament you see here is the Armageddon, but that is deleted off the map immediately by Lychee. So 3v3 situation. This could be a crucial round for Red Pandas here. It could really reset the economy for the side of DXA. And you can already see it. Free, they're looking for anything, and you can see all playing different sides. On the side of Red Pandas, free on side, Sova watching the B side. Looks like the Breach will maybe go back a bit, maybe hoping for an A here is the side of Red Panda, but it looks like they're going to have to retake this C side, although they do have an Astra star here, but nothing can be used about it because the Astra is dead, I should say. So no utility is around this side as, yeah, it's just going to be a full take. Now, Breach and Sova are probably the perfect duo to retake the side, but this could be huge. Oh, that could be really huge as Lychee does get B, and now Brock does get gone. The flash comes out. They know where they are. They have to find someone. They do, but it's all up to Brock, and nothing is left of Lychee. Brock gets the free K clutch, 2v1, and Red Panda's hopes to tie the game up is dashed. Folks in chat, can we get some hype in the chat for that? That is unbelievable. We're having a close game here, Damo. It's looking good.
It's an arm wrestle, and Brock righting his wrongs from the round before. That is absolutely humongous for him, finding 3. Very lucky, though, with Lychee being able to not being able to reload his gun. That is a crucial moment there in that round. You think if Lychee did have his gun reloaded, what could have happened there? But they will have to stick out to this scoreline, and there's no economy to go around either. Just the Guardian available there for the defender's side. Finding 2 headshots outside of Garage. And look at Zeo with this advanced position now under window in mid. Might catch out Faye here if they're not careful. It's all going to be a matter of head. Sees the bun of Jet. The bun of Jet. You have to remember that there's certain characteristics from your agents that do stick out. Art will finally say goodnight to Zeo. But a battle of mid that has been taken and is won now by DXA. And look at this. They're not willing to give up much space here. Just pushing onto this B site now are Red Panda. They're comfortable enough to retake the A site. They've done it once before. But they see now Cypher and Omen just both going through Garage. This could be a meaty 2-tap. Race will find the 1. So now it's down to Art just to clutch this up now. 1v3 situation. Red Panda have put this in the dust once before. This could get put in the dust as well. Tayo will be out. The second cage out too. Is the Vandal peeking out the tree? And not far enough as Lychee will pick it up. And we say 5-6 Portugal. It's getting spicy.
5-6. We could be looking at 6-6.5. I'm just going to look at the economy in a second. For the side of DXA, but that was just a great round, a great economy round for the side of Red Pandas, and you can see the economy being a bit broken here for the side of DXA. This definitely could go 6-6. Now, ultimates are up, except the Rolling Thunder for the side of DXA. On the other side, only Rolling Thunder again, and well, the Sovereign in Hunter's Fury is not up, so looks like they're going to make this rush onto C, maybe take some space there and hope for a plan. But it's this could be a tied up half, and this could be a game, Damo. It could be a game indeed. Oh my goodness! And you can just see the Sova dart damage. Not getting anyone there. You can see that will confirm presence though for the side of Gon. Now Gon is going to try and jiggle peek this. I think Saw actually Faye. So they might be more comfortable playing this 5v5 retake. They need to be careful. The race does get rid of Faye. That's the key. Duelist out of the round. That's huge for the side of Red Pandas looking to tie up the half to give something now. Sova Drone will go out and we'll spot Brock. That will be noted. And they could just well, they could just shoot him down. The Sovitar coming in, that will stop the plant, and everything is just going on. They can't get the plant down, unfortunately. So much space being taken, and the retake, well, it's a 5v4 retake. They've got Neon Ult, and they've got the Cypher Ult if they can use that as well. And you can just see the stun coming in. Dark comes in as well. Armageddon Ult does need to try and stop, and that could be perfect timing there as well. Does get one. You can see Tayo is deleted. It's all perfect for DXA, but it's up to Zeo now, but Zeo can't do anything. And DXA with the gun disadvantage. They time the Armageddon perfectly, and they'll take a lead in the half. And they are only one more half like this away from making the VCT Open Qualifiers Grand Finals, Armo.
Well, you see it there. It's just a perfect execution of A-site brutality. Get on there early doors, get that spike down, and it's just a perfect tail. You can't ask for anything better than that. Being able to flood out heaven, and 1, 2, 3, they all came flying out. And it's just very unfortunate for Red Panda not being able to find that round at the end. They've been doing so well. And we see that 5-7 scoreline. This is a closer map than what we had here on Fracture. Haven pulling out all the surprises and all the close games. This could go down to the wire, Portugal.
Yeah, this will go down to the wire, it seems like. You can see now on attack is the side of Red Pandas, and I feel like they'd be more comfortable on the side of attack. I do think they understand how to control maps. I just don't... You can already see just that just being quick is Neon's ability, and that's Teo. I lost my words there for a second. You can just see that will be sight. So it's going to be a 5v5 retake here. Now, DXA, they would love to take this round, this pistol round, to just extend their lead further. For Red Panda, they want this round. They want to show they can win another pistol. They won the first pistol of the game, remember. So it's going to be all about trying to find anything. They will get one. Could look for a second, but Lychee finds the perfect headshot. Now, Art does find one, and you can actually see the headshot. And well, Lychee, it's a 2v1. God versus Yexin. Yexin versus God. The dart, it could be found anywhere. Trying to stick on
sticking. God doesn't believe. I don't think God heard it.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna all come down to it! He missed it! He missed the shot! He missed the shot to win the round! And gone! Can't find it! And it's all Yegson in the 1v1 clutch!
I don't even think Gon heard that he was sticking it. I could swear that is not a reaction that you see from a player who potentially doesn't know that had stick. One of the teammates must have called out saying, hey, he's sticking. And then it was just too little too late, which we already had half the spike by the time he did jump peek. So it's just that lack of concentration coming in from Red Panda now. And is that going to be a round that will, you know, deviate the outcome of this game now? And they're not forcing, they're sticking with just Sheriffs here on the attack. It was a pretty good, you know, execution onto that A side, but just could not hold it on pistols early doors. And they're going to have to B side execution now.
Yeah, it looks like it. They've got to go quick because the rotations will come soon, though. They might actually not. No, they're going there. Look at where they're going, Domo. They're going to this C site because they know there's not going to be a player on it. There'll be one player in R looking for it, but the plan will be done. Now, Tayo does have to be careful. They do have to be careful here because Faye will find free. Now, Fire is killed as well, but it's a 2v4 situation, and it's not looking good for the side of Red Pandas. And you can see it's just a perfect retake without planting the bomb at all. But the side of DXA, Before I gave it off to you, I was just thinking to myself, wow, that could be, that one round in the pistol could be DXA winning the game, really. Like, that could be game defining, so we'll see.
You have to be getting that spike down, especially on a save. You have to be getting that spike down. And of course, you're losing players on the site, but if you get that spike down, that's an extra bit of money that will bolster your economy. Of course, they're still being able to buy full shields and rifles as well, our Red Panda. But to have that couple of extra bucks just in case, and especially if, you know, the momentum is being swung like it is. And look at this, Brock swinging with the utility. Just doesn't find much of it. Sends in the breach flash, which is a bit interesting if I do say so myself, to throw that and give up the space too. So they're going to allow the space to go out here. Brock beautifully baiting out that Sova dart too from the drone. Look at this, Tayo on the site now. Not looking to advance, that's the problem.
Oh, that's just perfect. Yeah, perfect dart there. We'll get two. Art does get one fire, so the retake is coming on here, but Zeo does get one. Now Art is still here, and they know he is. Art gets another, and Art is deleted. Now they might not know there's a player here, but Faye, it's all revealed. 2v1 situation, and we'll be all down to Faye. We'll try and find anything. We'll get one. We'll get two! Two for Faye! good for Red Pandas. But when you look at Faye, aka Indra, you know what they're going to do. The top fragger of the server with the 2v1 gotcha. Oh, beautiful from Faye.
5 bullets in the mag.
Oh my, yes.
5 bullets. Hit the first, miss the other 3. Hitting the last shot with the last bullet in the chamber. Oh, this is, I'm broken. We're broken. That's it. We're done. We're done. We're broken.
We are broken. It's just, you can see just trying anything they can. Maybe a full rush into B, but they have players stacked here. Fee just playing the smoke perfectly. Will find 2. It just feels like the Red Panda are a bit lost right now. Fee looking for another. That is incredible, my Fee. Can I say myself? Getting the 4K, I know it's an economy round, but Fee with the 4K to even push it more down for Red Pandas, and the timeout has to come from Red Pandas after that. It just is all falling apart, unfortunately, as DXA, they have looked on fire this half, and I'm not giving Red Panda anything at all.
I'm sorry, but that's wild. The fact that they have allowed Fire to pick up 1, 2, then allowed to roam into that Cypher cage and into the Omen smoke and finding another 2. I said it at the start of Asian Select. Omen on this map does hit hard, and we are being shown that as well. And getting that ultimate as well. All the ults pretty much close to getting towards, and of course a time out from Red Panda. Again, it's just this exact same thing that has happened to them from the last map of Fracture. Whenever they find a good bit of rhythm, DXA just there to crunch it immediately, and it's just very, very unfortunate because they look to do so well, but at the end of the day, DXA are just playing their hearts out. They're playing better. They're getting the job done, and Red Panda, they're just slipping up at the last few seconds when they look good, and that is definitely a round that you would have had to have won, and especially with the call being no bullets left in the mag. It is a huge risk, and that was taken there at the end. So the miraculous things have to come now for Red Panda. It's not impossible, but oh my, is it such odds not in their favor.
Aggression on C, and you could just see, well, Teo does get that kill. It's just been about closing rounds for Red Panda, and that is finally what you need. 2 entries by your star duelist in Teo, and that will be planned. Now, they should know where they're coming from in the behind, and the play from, unfortunately, for the side. Oh, no, bro. Zayo does get the kill, doesn't even knife, but I think has the potential to knife if they wanted to, and that will be spotted, and Zayo gets the kill. The play there from DXA just didn't work out that time because the quick aggression by the Neon into A-Long worked out. And
we see an operator out.
Oh,
the first time we're seeing an op out in the server.
Indra.
Oh, we've been baited.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
We've been... Oh, no, it is still there. It is still there. I thought we were baited for a second about that operator. So this might cause a little bit of damage. DXA want to get this game over and done with. The fact that Zeo has gone unscathed in mid, not checking that little cubby outside of B site, that main entry, could cause some problems. So now they'll have to check their corners just a little bit more every single time they walk past them now.
I don't know if the operator obviously not going to be like spotted. You know, they have no idea about it. So peeking to C long could be disaster for the side of Red Panda here.
Well, now it might be noticed.
It might be noticed. I don't know if they saw the barrel. And well, Faye just deletes Teo, looking for the knives and trying to find one, finds one. Looking for the third, and Faye finds three. Could potentially look for the A's if they want to. Faye looking, and God deletes. Oh, and God deletes them off the map. Denying that ace. Now, God needs to find anything but Brock. It's just not going to be done with the positionings he's in and the time. And while the players that are in, it's a 4v1. God can do nothing. It is match point here for the side of DXA. One round away from going to the OCE Open Qualifiers for Split 1 in the Grand Finals. They're showing everybody up here. They're showing that these players can still do it and do it at a very high level, Damo.
So it's just showing Red Panda, they're just trying to throw everything into the basket here to try and get the eggs in all at once, but Faye just proving too strong.
Garage push.
even without the knives as well. And Yerksen not being cleared out. This could be the end of the road here. And we could be saying goodbye. Point in 3. This is huge. Finding another. And surely this is the end. DXA punch their ticket into the grand final of the Open Qual for Split 1 in the OCE region.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is the game, everybody. And I mean, you see the top performances here once we can get there. I mean, Indra, FaZe/Indra, what a performance from them. I mean, that second to last round was so special from them. And even they just proved the entire round, the entire half, I should say, how good they are. Yigs and Brock, that just a very complete team performance, 13-6. They dominated on that defensive side, Damo. I mean, Red Panda played a lot better this game. I think there were a lot of rounds that lost by Red Panda that came down to fine margins, that came down to clutches. We saw stuff that was like when they lost rounds 5v3, when they lost the 2v1, when they lost another clutch. I think there were fine margins in this game, and they were really close to resetting the side of DXA's economy a couple times because of that. But, those clutch plays found by DXA, it just won them the game here. They 2-0 Red Pandas, and they go on to the grand finals, Damo.
Well, 100%. It's a ticket that you want to be punching. It's what every team dreams of at the start of these open quals. A better fight from Red Panda from this game as well. It's just very unfortunate they just could not get anything to stick, winning 5, better than the last game of winning only just the 2. So there is still some positives to take away from that. And as you said, just down to clutches. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. And that's what they can take into this next split and relearn and, go back to drawing board. It's like, okay, well, we've been competitive at least in our second map. Let's take that and adapt that for our next split.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to say as well, for Red Panda, this is never nearby the end of the world for them. They made it to split 1. This is good experience for them. At the end of the day, they'll be happy they qualified, especially with 2, I would say, newly players in the scene in Teo and Zio. They'll be proud of this performance in the open qualifiers and making it through. But I mean, against DXA, this team, to me, Damo, I don't know about you, I looked at their players and I looked at everything all behind them fully. I really believe this team can make top 8 and make playoffs in terms of OC split 1. But that is it for tonight. That I hope you all enjoyed us casting. Please give your feedback in Twitch chat, see how we did. I always want to bring the hype to these players and to these teams because they deserve it. They deserve to have that for playing for us, giving us entertainment and just putting in a lot of work to get here. I'm very proud of both DXA and Red Pandas making it to split 1, to making it to split 1 as a whole. But that's not the end of tonight. We've still got a little other stream going on.
The other game's still going.
Yeah, so the other game is still going. It is 7-1 right now, but on our delay. But you will go and be we'll host that stream as well, because they're going to have to determine, out of the side of Edge and Welcome to Earth, who will fight this DXA team that we really think is a special team. But first cast for me on the open qualifiers, anything VCT Oceania split related. I hope you all guys enjoyed, and we'll see you later. I really hope we'll be back here because, man, this gameplay was the most hype fun I had. I might have gone a bit too crazy sometimes, but I just love Valorant, and I love what I love what everyone like. I just love the game. I love this. I loved watching this. So thank you from me, Portugal, from Damo to Tosca, our manager, White Nico, our main observer, and Smolchy, our cinematic observer. This is the end of this broadcast. We'll see you at another time, at another date. See you then. Have fun.